Hey, what is up everybody? This is Rob. It's time for another product overview and review. So for this one, you've probably seen, the dash camera videos I put out. Well, I actually wanted to try something new for a recent purchase I have coming in. So due to that, I was like, let me look into a dash camera that can also cover the back of the vehicle. So I decided to look into the Nanoby M1 dash camera. Now this is not just a 2-channel. This is actually a 3-channel dash camera. That's right. So record in front of you, behind you, and it does have that camera that points into the cabin so you can see what's going on in the cabin at all times. So this is really cool, you guys. It is 4K capable, of course. It is also compatible with Wi-Fi, so that means it will connect to your phone for downloading video clips off of it. Also has a built-in GPS. And my favorite thing, it does have a parking monitor. So throughout this video, we're gonna open this up, see what we get, and just run some tests with it, put it in a car, and let's see how it goes. So first off, let's go to the unboxing. Alrighty guys, so let's open this up. While I'm opening this up, do remember that this is on Amazon. Link is below if you want to check this out. So let's open this up. Pretty nice box, honestly. Alright, so we have the user manual, check. Let's see. Okay, so this is just to essentially help it stick to the windshield, so adhesive help. So let's look at the first camera. So again, it is 4K capable. Personally, I always prefer using 1080, at a higher frame rate. The reason being is, you can get more video on the card. It's actually a pretty nice looking piece of tech right here. So let's see. Front camera, rear camera. Pretty nice. So let's see. Oh, hold up. Look at this. A 64GB memory card is already included. Now that's awesome, you guys. So usually, you have to buy that separately. So that's pretty cool of them to include one. That's definitely worth considering, especially because this is very fairly priced on Amazon. So in my opinion, that's a big plus for this. You don't have to get a new SD card for it. So let's see what else we have. All right, this is probably the wires, and I'm assuming we're the back camera. Let's see, we do have an AC adapter plug-in. This is perfect. Probably going to use this actually for my video review, since I want to get a review out sooner rather than later. This comes with the little stick to help push out the SD card. It's nice of them. Trim tool, could always use one of these. I have like 5 of these and 3D printed a few also, very useful. Let's see. And here we're gonna have the rear camera. So if you did not know, it's gonna be a very long wire that goes all the way from the back. Usually you run that up through the headliner, at least that's what I've done. And then that will connect to the main camera. Aha. No, okay, so I was right. So it does go into the AV-in right there. So that'll be pretty interesting install to do. So let's see what else is in this box. Sticky tabs help with some wear organization. I always appreciate having those. Use them for a lot of things, not just car stuff. And more adhesive mounts and an extra 3M double-sided. So not bad at all, you guys. Again, really nice looking camera. Definitely looking forward to put this out. I'm still pretty amazed that it comes with an SD card. That is really cool of them. And like I said, usually you always have to buy that separately. So definitely looking forward to getting to hook this up. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wire this up, and let's go ahead and I guess I'll just be using the audio from the inner camera for the rest of this review, so that way can get some first-hand results for how the audio sounds and all that. So let's go ahead and let's go to the driving portion. I do also want to mention that this is the only way right now to plug it in. They don't give any other wiring, which is fine. Usually, people have different ways they want to wire their vehicle to the camera. So I will be getting a different USB-C compatible harness to connect this up to the wiring of my future vehicle that I want to hook this up in. It's really no big deal. Every dash camera I bought, I never used what they would give, because it was always either the car adapter or just a USB adapter, which was always kind of silly, because if I'm not going to have a car adapter, Why am I going to have a USB cable going from, the camera down to the cigarette port anyways, where I'd have a USB cigarette adapter. So I'm not really too bummed out about that, but do keep that in mind. You will want to buy a harness. I'll go and I'll put a harness down in the link below also that I would recommend using for this. All right, you guys, so just driving around right now. So I have 4K in the front and I have 1080p in the cabin and 1080p on the rear. You will notice I don't have the rear camera in the back because this isn't the car this is going to be permanently installed in, so I don't want to take the time to do that. So I just have it pretty much right up here, right next to my front camera. But you can tell though which one is which. I am using the audio from inside of the cabin from the camera because I figure, you might want to know how the audio sounds also. But overall, this is a pretty solid setup, again, especially for the price. What is cool is that it does also connect to their own app, and with the app, you can go ahead and connect it via Wi-Fi. So then your smartphone will be able to download the footage from the camera. So that's always a really nice feature, just in case you really need to get that footage fast. Usually for me, it was, get in a car accident and then wait till I can get home and get the SD card reader and all that. So that's kind of nice. So the total package, you guys, you have front camera, rear camera, cabin camera. Let's see, you can have 4K or 2.5K in the front, 1080p for both the rear and the cabin, as earlier mentioned. And again, that ability to import video, it's always a very nice touch. As you can see also, the footage is pretty good. It's kind of crazy to me when I think about how far we've come with technology in terms of dash cameras. I remember paying almost $200 just for a front dash camera back in like 2009, and honestly those were a big pain to hook up also. So we'll just drive around for a little bit. You will also notice pretty wide in the cabin. Now I did put the camera mounted a little bit more to the right than I actually would have originally. So I do think if I had the camera in my usual spot, which is kind of a little bit to the right of the rear view mirror, it definitely would have covered everything. But still not bad, nice and wide angle. I do think it is important to have a rear dash camera nowadays as well, because I think about it, I've been hit more from the back than been in collisions from the front where the front camera was of a lot of use. So do keep that in mind. The camera does also have all the usual things you'd expect it to have. It does have collision monitoring, so collision sensor essentially. That means if it takes a hard enough hit, it will lock the footage so you don't accidentally delete over it. It also does have the ability to have parking mode enabled with the right wiring. So that means when your vehicle is off, the camera will stay recording. Usually this does mean it will record in like a reduced FPS. So think about when you see like those old security camera footage, because that way it can essentially write, a lot onto the card without, deleting anything. A lot of the usual standard features included. And it does also have its own internal GPS, 4 miles per hour monitoring. You can have that, overlaid on the video footage if you want. I usually do not. As you can definitely see though, good package, guys. So let's go ahead and let's get into my closing thoughts. So as you can see, you guys, the Nanoby M1 dash camera is spectacular. 3-channel is just awesome. I don't know if I could ever go back to single channel. Just having that extra security of knowing that not just what's going on behind you, but in your cabin is being recorded at all times. For me, that is a certain sense of security that I don't think I can go without anymore. And of course, also having that parking monitor is also pretty amazing. So would I recommend this? I definitely would, you guys. If you want to buy this camera, I do have an Amazon link below to essentially point you to it. Let me know if you guys have any questions at all about the camera. It is also very spectacularly priced, especially compared to what normal single channel dash cameras usually cost. So I definitely recommend looking into this. So again, if you guys have any questions, anything like that, let me know down below. And with that, guys, this is Rob, and have a good one.